Hey everyone! Today we're journeying to the vast, windswept grasslands of Central Asia to meet one of the most incredible and bizarre-looking animals on the planet, the Saiga antelope. This creature is a true survivor, a living relic from the last ice age, when it roamed alongside woolly mammoths and saber-toothed cats. While its ancient companions have long since vanished, the Saiga continues to wander the steppes. It belongs to a unique group of antelopes, and its closest living relative, the springbok, actually lives thousands of miles away in southern Africa. This makes the Saiga a truly special and isolated species, the only living member of its genus, Saiga. The Saiga's home is a land of harsh extremes, stretching across the semi-desert plains of Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Mongolia. These vast open landscapes are characterized by freezing winters and scorching summers, a challenging environment that has shaped every aspect of this animal's existence. There are two distinct subspecies of this amazing creature. The first is the Russian Saiga, which is the more numerous of the two and migrates across the plains of Russia and Kazakhstan. The second is the Mongolian Saiga, a slightly smaller and more isolated group that is found only in the western part of Mongolia, facing its own unique set of challenges in a more restricted habitat. Historically, the range of the Saiga was immense, a testament to its incredible resilience. Long before modern times, these antelopes could be found from the British Isles all the way across Europe and Asia, even crossing the Bering Land Bridge into Alaska and parts of Canada. They were a common sight across the northern hemisphere, perfectly adapted to the cold, dry grasslands of the Pleistocene era. Their story is a dramatic one of population booms and busts, a cycle that has defined their existence for thousands of years. Understanding their past helps us appreciate the precarious situation they find themselves in today, clinging to survival in their last remaining strongholds. The Saiga looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie, almost as if it belongs on a distant planet from a Star Wars film. Standing about 60 to 80 centimeters tall at the shoulder, they are roughly the size of a large goat. Their appearance is dominated by one of the most unusual features in the entire animal kingdom, a large bulbous and downward-pointing nose that hangs over their mouth. This strange proboscis gives them an almost comical, alien-like look, but as we'll see, it is a critical tool for survival. Their unique anatomy is a masterpiece of evolution, designed to cope with one of Earth's most unforgiving climates. That incredible nose or proboscis is far more than just a strange facial feature. It's a highly sophisticated air conditioning and filtration system. In the dusty summer months, as vast herds kick up clouds of dirt, the complex internal structure of the nose, with its chambers and mucus-lined passages, acts as a filter, cleaning the air before it reaches the lungs. In the brutally cold winters, this same structure works as a radiator in reverse. It warms the frigid air on its way in, preventing a dangerous drop in body temperature. Conversely, during the blistering summer heat, it helps to cool the animal's blood, providing essential relief from the sun. The Saiga's coat is another brilliant adaptation to its seasonal world. During the summer, it wears a thin, sandy brown coat that provides excellent camouflage against the dry, dusty earth of the steppe. This lighter fur helps reflect the intense summer sun. But as winter approaches, the Saiga undergoes a dramatic transformation. It grows a much thicker, longer and denser coat that is a pale, creamy white or ash-gray color. This winter coat not only provides crucial insulation against the freezing temperatures and biting winds, but also helps the antelope blend in perfectly with the snow-covered landscape, hiding it from predators like wolves. Only the male Saigas possess horns, which are another distinguishing feature of this species. These horns are thick, ridged with rings and have a beautiful, translucent waxy appearance. The horns of the Russian Saiga can grow up to 38 centimeters long, with the number of rings often indicating the age and fitness of the male. During the mating season, these horns become vital weapons. Males engage in fierce battles, clashing horns as they compete for dominance and the right to mate with females. The smaller Mongolian Saiga has slightly shorter horns, but they serve the exact same important purpose in their social structure. When it comes to mating, the male Saiga's nose plays another fascinating role. During the rut or mating season, the male's nose actually swells up, becoming even larger and more prominent. To attract a female, a male will shake his head vigorously, and this enlarged, fleshy nose produces a unique, squishy, gurgling sound. It might sound strange to us, but for a female Saiga, this is a sign of a strong, healthy mate. Females will choose males with the largest and squishiest noses as it signals good genes and a high chance of producing healthy offspring, a key factor for survival in their challenging world. Saigas are highly social and nomadic animals, constantly on the move in search of food. Their diet consists mainly of various grasses, herbs, saltworts and lichens that grow across the steppe. Because the availability of this vegetation changes with the seasons, Saigas cannot stay in one place for long. They live in herds that typically number around 30 to 40 individuals. This group living provides safety in numbers, as more eyes and ears are available to watch out for predators while the others are grazing. This social structure is the foundation of their survival strategy, allowing them to navigate the vast and often perilous open plains together. One of the most spectacular sights in the natural world is the Saiga migration. During these seasonal journeys, smaller herds band together to form enormous superherds that can number in the thousands, sometimes even up to 10,000 animals, moving as one single flowing mass across the landscape. They travel hundreds of kilometers between their summer and winter grazing grounds, a vital trek for their survival. These migrations are an ancient rhythm, deeply ingrained in their biology. Unfortunately, this nomadic lifestyle is becoming increasingly difficult as human development such as roads, railways, and border fences fragments their traditional roots and creates deadly obstacles. The Saiga's reproductive strategy is built for a life of uncertainty. To counteract the high mortality rates from harsh weather, predation, and disease, they reproduce at a very fast rate. After the autumn rut, females have a gestation period of about 5 months. In the spring, they gather in massive birthing grounds to deliver their young all at once. Remarkably, it's very common for a female Saiga, even a first-time mother, to give birth to twins or even triplets. This high birth rate is their key to bouncing back from population declines, allowing their numbers to recover quickly when conditions are favorable. Life for a young Saiga is perilous from the very beginning. The synchronized birthing helps to overwhelm predators, but the calves are still incredibly vulnerable in their first few days. They must be able to stand and run within hours of being born to keep up with the migrating herd. The reality for these animals is that many will not survive their first year. This boom and bust cycle of high birth rates and high mortality is a tough but effective strategy that has allowed the Saiga to persist for millennia. However, this delicate balance is now being pushed to its absolute limit by a host of modern threats. The history of the Saiga in the 20th and 21st centuries has been a roller coaster of near extinction and recovery. In the 1920s, they were hunted so relentlessly that their population crashed from millions to just a few hundred individuals. Strict conservation measures put in place by the Soviet Union saved them, allowing their numbers to rebound to over 2 million by the 1950s. However, after the fall of the USSR, protections weakened and rampant poaching began. Their horns became highly prized in traditional Chinese medicine as a substitute for rhino horn, and their meat was also sought after, leading to another catastrophic decline where populations plummeted by over 95%. Poaching has had a devastating and insidious effect on Saiga populations. Because only males have horns, poachers specifically target them, creating a severe gender imbalance in the herds. In some areas there were so few males left that females could not find mates, leading to widespread reproductive failure. Compounding this issue is habitat fragmentation. The vast open steppes that Saigas need for their long-distance migrations are now crisscrossed with barbed wire border fences and other infrastructure. These barriers block their ancient routes, cutting them off from essential grazing areas and leading to starvation, a slow and tragic fate for an animal born to roam free. As if poaching and habitat loss weren't enough, the Saiga faces another terrifying threat: catastrophic mass die-off events. Because the species has gone through 2 severe population bottlenecks, their genetic diversity is extremely low, making them highly vulnerable to disease. In 2015, the world watched in horror as over 200,000 Saigas, more than half the global population at the time, died in just 3 weeks. The cause was identified as pasteurellosis, a bacterial infection. The bacteria, Pasteurella multicida, normally lives harmlessly in the Saiga's nose, but unusual weather patterns of high heat and humidity are believed to trigger the bacteria to enter the bloodstream, where it becomes 100% fatal. Despite this grim picture, there is hope on the horizon. Conservation groups like the Saiga Conservation Alliance are working tirelessly across Central Asia to protect these incredible animals. Efforts include anti-poaching patrols, working with local communities to reduce human-wildlife conflict, and researching the diseases that threaten them. There have been promising signs of recovery in Kazakhstan, where strong government protection has allowed populations to rebound significantly. The fight to save the saiga is a fight to preserve a unique piece of our planet's natural heritage, a quirky and resilient survivor that reminds us of the fragility and wonder of the natural world.